NewsView, a look at some of the news of note with Michael Badger from Champaign-Urbana, Illinois. And now you can start.
Hello and welcome to NewsView for a Friday night in Champaign-Urbana. This is Friday, February 4th, 2011. Our top story tonight is the weather, as we've had quite a blizzard and ice storm in some parts of the Midwest. Chicago getting upwards of 20 inches of snow. Champaign-Urbana getting about, I'd say 5 in some spots. But with the snow plowing going on, it's created some mountains of snow around town. In New York, the snow also was felt there, and the bitter cold temperatures too, with a gas station canopy collapsing. And from New Mexico to Boston, this storm has been felt across much of the country. And our story now, an ABC News reporter named Brian Hartman has been threatened with a beheading in the country of Egypt. Egypt is going through turmoil at this time still, and there have been violent demonstrations as well as pro-government and anti-government groups around Egypt, in central Egypt, and damage to a museum, the famous tourist attraction museum in Egypt. Many people have been worried that maybe the Islamist radicals are poising themselves to take power in Egypt. We don't know. The U.S. At first, last week, said things were stable in Egypt. That does not appear to be the case at this time, no. And in other news, in Pittsburgh, according to CBS KDKA2, a local mother there was sentenced to jail for her son's attendance problems. And she claims that 5 of the days were spent in New York on a family visit for the holidays. But she's going to jail for her son's tardiness at school. And according to WCCO CBS Minnesota, an elderly couple have scared off an armed robber after he busted into their apartment building, and he was struggling with them. They would not give up the struggle, and he finally left, taking nothing. The couple is 91-year-old Wally, and his wife is 82 years of age, and he is a World War II veteran, and they both scared off the armed robber. And we'll go to a break, but first, if you have any news tips or information or complaints or comments, you can email them to me at newsview@email.com, newsview@email.com. That's where you can reach me. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned for More news coming up and followed by weather right here on NewsView. Welcome back to NewsView on a Friday night in Champaign-Urbana and wherever you are at whatever time you're seeing this at IOPH3 channel on YouTube. China and the U.S. have been into a military standoff, according to the Telegraph, in the WikiLeaks files obtained by them. They show that both the U.S. and China have shot down each other's satellites with missiles, and the U.S. has become angry with China and will possibly enact military action against China. Hillary Clinton, the U.S. Secretary of State, has protested what the Chinese have done, and Beijing justified its actions by accusing the Americans of developing an offensive laser weapon system that would be capable of destroying missiles before they left enemy territory. And that is according to the Daily Telegraph at telegraph.co.uk. And in other news, the prices of food worldwide have hit a record high, according to a UN agency. The UN Food Agency said Thursday that the hardest hit countries by the food price increase could face turmoil. The rising food prices have also been cited as the main force behind the uprising in Egypt and Tanzania's president being toppled. And the Food and Agricultural Organization said that a variety of staples in food averaged 231 points in January, which is the highest level since records began in the year 1990. So the global aid agency Oxfam said that millions of people's lives are at risk, and that's due again to the high price of food and the rising price of food. And for more, we have one more story here out of Birmingham, Alabama, more specifically Goodwater, Alabama, where Eyewitnesses are reporting a shooting at City Hall there around 9:39 a.m. on Thursday morning in the courtroom inside City Hall there. The victim was transported by an ambulance to a hospital in Savagouge, I don't know how you say that, before being taken by a helicopter to a UAB hospital, where he was said to be in surgery at 12:30 p.m. Authorities aren't releasing the victim's name now, but they say that he was on crutches due to a vehicle accident that broke his hip. So he was shot twice by a police officer in Goodwater, Alabama. And once again, I'll remind you, you can email me with questions or comments or at newsview@email.com. That's the address, newsview@email.com. The weather forecast for Champaign-Urbana, Illinois is coming up next. Stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching NewsView here on Channel 6, Channel 99, and IOPH3 on YouTube. And welcome to your NewsView weather forecast for Friday, February 4th, 2011. Friday night tonight, snow likely with a low of -3 degrees Fahrenheit, 3 below zero, that is. And Saturday, light snow likely with a high temperature of 28 degrees Fahrenheit. And Saturday night snow with a low of 13 degrees Fahrenheit. So it should be a little bit warmer Saturday night than Friday night. And Sunday, a high temperature of 30 degrees Fahrenheit with snow. And Sunday night, a low of 21 degrees Fahrenheit with light snow as well. This has been your NewsView weather forecast. I'm Michael Badger, and have a good night. Hi, I'm Michael Badger, presenting with the Champaign County Crime Stoppers Bulletin. The Champaign police are seeking information regarding an attempted armed robbery that occurred on Saturday, November 13th at the Circle K gas station located at 601 North Neal Street, Champaign. An employee reported that a subject entered the store twice and removed products from the freezer, stating he would come back later to purchase them. The third time he entered the business, he was holding a knife in his hand and approached the window at the cash register area, yelling at the employee. The employee was able to secure and lock the window. The suspect then dropped the knife and fled the area northbound on foot. No one was injured in the incident and no items were taken. The suspect is described as a black male in his early 30s, 6 foot 0 inches tall, medium build, with brown eyes and black hair and braids. He was wearing a black stocking cap, black jacket, and black pants. If you have any information regarding the suspect's identity and/or location, call Crime Stoppers at 217-373-TIPS or 217-373-8477. Information can also be sent by anonymous web tip by going to www.373tips.com, www.373tips.com, or by sending an anonymous cell phone text to the following: tip 397 plus the information to CRIMES or 274637. The information you provide is confidential. You do not have to give your name or appear in court. Crime Stoppers will pay a reward if the information you provide leads to an arrest for this crime. Cash rewards are also paid for information on other felony crimes or fugitives in the Champaign County area. I'm Michael Badger. This has been your Crime Stoppers of Champaign County report.